All right, well, what we are showing you now, full screen, let's have these up full screen if we can, are of the attacks which those defense officials were speaking about. These are very sustained and attacks which India has carried out across the line of control. These are fire strikes which have taken place with the Indian Army, neutralizing Pakistani terror hubs, launchpads as they are known. This is some of the most vivid footage that India has ever released. This shows rockets, shoulder-mounted rockets, shoulder-mounted missiles, mortars, grenades. That's a mortar over there. Grenade launchers being used to take out these posts in a near vicinity. That's an anti-tank missile going through. Can be used against semi-hardened targets as well. Those are missile strikes over there. That's another missile strike going ahead. You note how the missile tracks the target, maneuvers to it. That's mortar, which is being used. I think that's medium mortar being used over there. This is across the line of control. Fire strikes being carried out by the Indian Army as well. In terms of a little bit of more information coming in, and we're going to try and play out some of that footage shortly. I'm going to read this out, and if we could just have the photographs up, the ones that I've just which I've just put out. In the early hours this morning, at approximately 5 this morning, Pakistani forces, this is coming from official sources, Pakistani forces launched multiple Bikert Yeeha-3 kamikaze drones across the international border towards Amritsar in a blatant attempt to strike densely populated residential areas. Because of the vigilance and rapid response of the Indian Army's air defense network, the hostile drones were detected, tracked, and engaged within seconds of breaching Indian airspace using quick reaction air defense guns positioned in depth along the border belt. Anti-air defense gunners brought down, Army air defense gunners brought down the drones in midair, ensuring that no debris fell on civilian property and that no casualties were sustained. Initial analysis indicates that the drones carried high explosive payloads intended to inflict maximum damage on innocent civilians, a fresh low in Pakistan's ongoing escalation. This is what I'm referring to. These pictures match what I'm saying. These are some of the drones which were brought down. The prompt neutralization of this threat underscores the effectiveness of India's layered air defense grid, which integrates ground-based radars, electro-optical sensors, and automated command and control systems. Let's go back to Shivarur, keep these images on the screen. Shiv, we keep talking about fighter aircraft, we keep talking about missiles, we talk about the BrahMos all the time, but it's the, for want of a better word, it's the lowly air defense gunner using an old L-70 system, which increasingly may be radar guided, who has played an incredible role in taking out drones. 400 drones, 300 drones, the numbers are huge. And now, unlike day one, when they weren't armed drones, they didn't have bomblets, these are armed drones. Without these, we would have suffered huge casualties.
And Vishnu, I'm so glad you talked about the humble L-70 gunner, because there are 3 ground-based, non-missile anti-drone systems, anti-air systems that have played an absolutely incredible and maybe unsung role. So I'm really glad you've brought it up, because the L-70, the Zu-23, the Shilka, which are slightly more sophisticated, are the weapons that have probably taken on the overwhelming number of those 400-odd drones that came into Indian airspace. You're right, this is literally the trenches. This is where military skill really comes into its own. These are weapons that never get the kind of limelight that more sophisticated weapons that you named actually do. Also, that the video that's just come out from the Indian Army, Vishnu, that you were referring to a short moment ago, those are the trenches. Those are the first images from the line of control trenches, depicting in vivid detail the Indian Army. First pictures in this wave of conflict between India and Pakistan. The first pictures of forward posts along the line of control, absolutely obliterating launch pads and Pakistan Army posts, which, as I've been saying in our coverage, have become very, very difficult to differentiate apart. Very often, Pakistan Army posts and launch pads, are coterminous. They're right there with each other. And therefore, these pictures depicting mortars, I'm guessing also artillery. I didn't see the whole video, but also rocket-propelled grenades and possibly even anti-tank guided missiles being used at close range to absolutely decimate some of this infrastructure. Now, when I've been reporting from the line of control, the information that we got, especially in the Kupwara and Uri sector, is that as many as 40 to 45 major launch pads continue to exist. So I'm very curious after watching this video, how many of those launch pads, are still breathing free air, because this video is about a minute and 25 seconds long, and I counted as many as 7 or 8 launch pads being absolutely obliterated. So it's going to be interesting to see if that data will ever become available. But clearly,
Shiv, hold on for half a second. I'm just going to, I'm going to have that up full screen. Not this. Let's play that video. Yeah, Shiv, go ahead. Talk us through this video.
Yeah, so this is the video that the Indian Army has put out just a short while ago on its social media handles. Very, very vivid imagery, obviously filmed at forward posts along the line of control in an eyeball. When you say eyeball to eyeball situation, this is what it means. From where these Jawans and officers are standing, you can see the Pakistan Army posts and the launch pads right there. So it's a mix of real life camera, daylight camera, as well as thermal imaging or infrared camera, capturing the destruction and decimation of a series of launch pads and Pakistan Army posts, which are usually adjacent to each other in some sectors of the line of control. I counted at least 6 or 7 such terror launch pads being destroyed. You can see ammunition being cooked off in some of those videos as well, Vishnu. Also, look at the weapons being used. You've got everything from mortars to anti-tank guided missiles, rocket-propelled grenades, possibly some other weapons, machine guns as well, being used against those launch pads. So very interesting, and I always insist on marking these things in any cycle of conflict. These are the first images of this particular conflict on the front lines. These are the men fighting those forward posts from Pakistan.